it doesn't make any sense on how they always want to talk about it's my body, my choice, whenever my body, my choice is what led them to them being pregnant.
Subscribe to this channel. In case you are watching this channel, I have not subscribed.
This isn't somebody forcing a woman to have a child.
Yes, it is. That is literally what it is.
Sex has consequences. And when you have sex, you are risking the possibility of conceiving a child. Are you not?
I agree with that, but I feel like you cannot force somebody to do something with... that is the main point of this. You cannot force somebody to do something with their body that they do not want to do.
Okay.
I don't know how much we want to talk about the abortion issue just because it's very...
Don't be scared.
I think it's a fruitful discussion. I think this is an important discussion.
I think it is important.
This is extremely important.
I'll just give my take. I don't want to give my take.
Yeah, I knew it. You were scared.
On abortion?
Yeah.
I feel him. I'm not trying to hate. I feel him. I did the same thing whenever I first started talking about it. But the more videos I watched on it, the more comfortable I felt with it. Like I'm not 100% set on my beliefs behind it. But what I do believe on the late term abortions, the kind, even like fucking 12 weeks and up abortions, I think those are terrible. But it's whenever it's like the pill can still get it out. I haven't done research on that, but I feel like the pill to abort is about the same thing as like a plan B. So I don't know. If anyone knows anything about that and wants to comment it down below, I'm all ears. It's just I haven't heard any reasons on why pill abortion is inhumane. The other ones I can see as inhumane though.
Hear your take, Brian.
So it's a kind of nuanced take though. It's going to take me at least 2 minutes to explain it.
We would love to hear it.
Oh man.
Okay, so the arguments of people who are pro-life are not so easily dismissed. However, I would say that I'm probably going to lose some viewers, whatever I say. I would say I'm pro-choice.
Don't do that, man. I've been doing it myself. Like, don't be scared about your viewers. Just be you. Real, recognize real. The real's gonna stay.
But I would say that abortion is clearly wrong. It's clearly wrong. But not everything that is wrong should be illegal. So, and this is kind of where I get into crazy territory. I think that we should be, and this is, I think, maybe me running the center too much. We need to develop an artificial womb. That way both sides can be happy. If a woman wants to get an artificial womb, so y'all can, if you want an abortion, you can get it, but the baby can survive. I did not think about that. That is the compromise I think is fair. And I also think we should have, honestly, I think we should have free birth control. I think we should have robust sexual education. And I think people should stop fucking around so much.
That's really I have a question.
People need to take accountability for their actions. Straight up. Right there. Take accountability for their actions. Also, I guess in a way I would say I'm pro-choice because, like, look, you guys want to kill your bloodline off and totally, like, knock off any of your, any personal responsibility, fucking go for it. But it's wrong. Like, there's no way that you can morally say, like, if you were to let that kid grow up, like, in your womb, it's going to pop out, and in 18 years, 19 years, 20 years, it'd be sitting across the table just like we are. It's wrong. If you guys want to go do that, that's your prerogative. But there's no getting away from it. That's wrong. That's a human being. And
I don't know if you should be allowed to do it. I kind of feel what he's saying.
Should take responsibility for their actions.
I respect that you think that.
I'm going to run the center.
That you also respect people's choice.
I think that it's wrong, but people are going to make their own decisions.
I want to just run the center a little bit here.
Oh, that's so annoying.
I think
it's like, sorry, before he starts talking, but it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? That's like, if you want to go kill someone, you should be allowed to do it. It's not fucking okay. Like, it's not a choice. It's not like going to the fucking grocery store or deciding what shirt you're going to wear. It's not like a choice like that. It's a fucking life. I don't know, man. Like, that was, he lost me on that a little bit.
I know you want to come in here, Chase. I don't like to see either side straw manning the other side. I think the pro-choice side makes a bodily autonomy argument, and then the pro-life side, the argument that you're going to have to make to convince pro-lifers to be pro-choice is you're going to have to convince them that upon conception, that's not a life. you're going to have to, because they genuinely think that it is a life at conception. They think that that's a life worth protecting, and they believe it's murder. So you're going to have to convince them that it's not murder. That's the challenge you're up against. It's not about controlling women's bodies. It's not even a religious thing, because there's many atheists who are pro-life. So I'm just trying to run center here. That is what you're up against when you're talking to someone who's pro-life. These guys can make arguments that aren't based in religion.
Fucking the conception of life thing is another topic. What I get stuck on is the fact that women always want to say that it's a choice to have an abortion. No, your choice starts as soon as you have sex. Like, I don't understand what the fuck they always try to walk around that. As soon as you have sex, as soon as you open your legs, you both know the consequences. You both know there is possibly a child that will be conceived. You both know that you might have to lose every single thing in your future to take care of this child. Like, you should both know that. It's only irritating to me because it's only women that want to fight this. Men have known forever that if they get a woman pregnant, it is their responsibility. They have to take care of it. Maybe not every man ever, but at least I would assume a majority of men forever, and up until recently, every man is required to by law. Men have always known that the consequences to their actions will result in something. It doesn't matter what. They just know that. Women nowadays, they just fucking pretend like it's not their fault at all. Like, they should just be able to do it because it's their body, their choice. Whenever there was their body, their choice, and that's why they're in this situation in the first place. You guys opened your fucking legs. You can't expect a man to care more about you carrying a fucking baby whenever he has to already worry about child support. I don't know, man. That's just where they lose me. It doesn't make any sense on how they always want to talk about it's my body, my choice, whenever my body, my choice is what led them to them being pregnant.
Okay, sorry. Okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
I also have something I want to say too. You can go first, but I just want to make it known. I have something I need to say about this. Please go ahead.
Okay, it's just frustrating that you keep on interrupting people. But
I've been interrupted like 20 times in this conversation. It's a conversation. It's fine.
Go ahead.
Anyways, I was gonna say, like, I do think, like, whatever. Like, I think that it could be argued that it's a life. Like, technically, it's zygotes, and, like, I don't know. Like, when you masturbate, you're killing babies.
No,
it's a bit different.
Okay,
it is a bit
very different.
It's like they're not like sentient yet. Like, I don't know. It argues like that's not the argument. But basically, I'm just trying to say, like, I respect people's religions, but I don't think that, like, religious people, just because they have a religion, I don't think that gives them the right to, like, tell people to, like, make rules based on this religion. Like, It's not uniform, you know?
You're right.
It's not about religion. It's about murder.
I completely agree with that as a Christian. Okay, and a big part of this discussion for me isn't like pushing my Christian beliefs on the rest of society. Obviously, there's a motivation there as a Christian because of what I believe and what Brian was saying about life at conception. Part of this, though, is about the physical pain that's caused to unborn children in second and third trimester abortions.
Yes, that's the part
I agree that I don't think that
me off.
Should. Yeah, okay.
Those also account for a very low percentage of abortions.
You're right.
They still are aborted.
Right. It's the same argument that you made when you were like 95% are not rape cases. You can apply that to this as well. So I don't think that that's an argument we should discuss.
Wrong, because you said you don't have the right to tell people what to do with their bodies. And there's a lot of people in this country who believe I should be able to have abortions all the way up until, you know, the day of delivering the child. Okay.
Even post
New Mexico.
Most of the reason that people get abortions is because they don't want to go through pregnancy.
There's laws being passed in the country to legalize this. This has already been legalized in different states. Okay. And so for me, part of this discussion, I use that example of late term abortions because part of this discussion is you're saying women say it's my body, it's my choice. You have no right to tell me what to do with my body.
Someone get London.
Did they just get triggered? What the fuck happened?
Say it's my body, my choice. You have no right to say what women do with their body, right? Okay. I also don't think anybody has the right to harm an unborn child, to murder it, to do anything like that. And that child, that being, doesn't have a say in this conversation. And this country specifically was founded to secure life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness for every American. But we're not doing that for Americans in the womb. Everybody's just saying that they're not people. People were pressuring my mom to have her abort me because she conceived me out of wedlock and I wasn't going to have a dad in my life. Right. They pressured my mom to abort me. I never had a say in the conversation. Thankfully, she kept me, but
oh God,
if she had aborted me, I wouldn't be here. And I'm a person, right? Like, who's speaking up for these unborn kids? No, nobody. Everybody. You guys just look at them like they're not even people.
A lot of people are, because Roe v. Wade just got overturned. So I think a lot of people are speaking up for them.
Yes, we all are. Yeah. But you guys think that you guys just have the right to do whatever you want to these unborn people.
Because it's your body.
That's wrong.
I feel like I have the right to do anything I want to my body.
Bro, shut up. He literally they felt what he was saying. You could tell that they really felt like empathy for what he was saying. What he said had to have hit them in the soul. And her first thing she says back to it is, my body, my choice. He just said that's not the fucking point.
But do you have the right to do anything you want to another person's body?
I don't believe it's another person's body if it's living inside me.
Why?
What the fuck are you talking about?
I think it's kind of like a parasite. It's literally growing off of me.
What about you taking responsibility for like what you did?
Yes.
For what?
If you consensually have sex, you
yes.
chose to create a human being. It's not a
sex is not that big of a deal. It's not like it's just sex. What are you talking about? You mean that little thing? You mean that little thing that we call sex? That's no big deal. What?
Parasite. It's a human being.
Okay, wait. I would like to ask you a question, Chase, just out of curiosity. So you mentioned and you shared, and thank you for sharing, but like your mother was pressured to get an abortion, correct? And you were happy and you grew up happy from what I've seen, or just what you've told me. What about the millions of kids who are born and have no family, thrown into the system, grown up in dangerous situations? Do you think that, just out of curiosity, I'm not saying like whether I agree or disagree, but like, do you think that they should still be brought into this world if they're put in dangerous situations?
Yeah.
It's a good question.
Mm-hmm. I only say that because I have a couple homies that were adopted. One that was in the system his whole life. They fucking love their life. Like, obviously they hate the shit that they went through, but they are glad to be alive. I get that life isn't ideal, but at the same time, it's still a life that you get to live in. Most, like, what's the percent on that? Yeah, so I can't find the actual number on how many foster kids have actually deleted themselves, but it says 41% have thought about it and 25% have attempted it. And I'm not saying that's not a lot, because that is a lot and it's really unfortunate, but that means that 3/4 out of foster kids would be by their parents and they had no choice in it. And the other 25%, they attempted it and they might have regretted it. Like I attempted it plenty of times growing up. I am thankful to God that I'm still here. I used to hate myself. I used to blame my parents for putting me in the shit. And I was a kid. I was dumb. I fucking love my life now. Like it's cloudy days, but the sun will shine someday. You can't use people that come up in shitty instances as an excuse to kill them, because you don't know what their life's gonna be like. You don't know what their reality's gonna be like. And I would say the people that go through these hard times are usually the best people for the world. They are caring, they're understanding, they're not judgmental, they know what it's like to have nothing, and that's all they want to do is give something to people. Those people are the best people in the world, majority of the time.
It's a complex question, obviously. What I know is that there's a lot of people in America who want to adopt kids, and it's often very difficult and very expensive to adopt kids because of, I don't know, whatever fucked up system we have created here. What would be most ideal would be for those kids to be able to be easily adopted by families that love them, that want to put them in a good situation. And I don't think, this is a point that a lot of my Christian friends make, I don't think two wrongs make a right. Like, there's a lot of kids that are born into quote unquote dangerous situations who end up flourishing in life. And they live very healthy, successful lives against all the odds. You know what I'm saying? And to just like discount all those kids and say, oh, there's no way that they could live a healthy, happy life. Like, I think that's wrong.
But yeah, that's gonna be the end of that video. Please like the video. If you got anything to say about the video, let me know down below. You know I'll read every single comment. And if you fuck with your boy, will you please give me a subscription? With that said, deuces.
I won't speak about it, but that's just how it's supposed to be. She thinks she leeching probably, but she won't get nothing from me. Say you let me, I doubt it. I'll fuck around and pay the fee. It's a whole lot of hate up in your eyes, and I can see it. Hate all in your eyes, and you've been praying on my down.